Welcome to AGM Perspective, where we discuss real issues in real time. Peace, love, respect, discipline, solidarity. Today's topic is race. I know the Grand Master said we're supposed to be on one accord, but I know that race equals division, and division equals competition. How can we have unity if our very titles that we call ourselves divide us? I know unity is the ultimate goal. That's what all of us are supposed to be striving for. Black unity. But today, some of us see ourselves as black, or we call ourselves black, and other people have problems with that. Some of us see ourselves as Israelites, and other people have problems with that also. Some of us see ourselves as Moors. Some of us call ourselves Africans, colored, or Asiatic. Now, with all this division, people see themselves in a different perspective. We're supposed to be on one accord. Now, we're not speaking about the different religions that we fall under. What I'm speaking about today is how do we define ourselves as a people globally? Because my thinking is global, all inclusive of black people. As our revolutionary predecessors and ancestors, they consider themselves African, connecting themselves with the continent. But you have some of us today that don't want to establish that link. We see ourselves as everything else but African. Again, race equals competition. Competition equals division. Peace, the absence of war, confusion, and mayhem. Respect, through the understanding that you have to give it to get it, knowing that everything in creation has a reason and purpose, a space and a time for being. Discipline, the ability to follow protocol, guidelines, and rules set to achieve a goal. Solidarity, becoming one. Unity under mutual interests and commonality. So we're supposed to be unified today, people. But we can't be unified unless we become one mind. And to become one mind, we all have to fall under an umbrella of so-called consciousness, an identity. Like I said, I view myself as an African, tying myself to the continent of Africa where all life began before we spread it out all throughout the world. Others might not view themselves as such, and there goes the problem. There lies the problem, people. We have to get our house in order because our house is full of disorder. We can't worry about WS today. We got to keep our eye on them, yes, but we have to clean out our house. We have to straighten up the furniture in our house. We have to clean up today. We have to know who we are today to proceed in the future. It's very essential. Some people might trivialize it, but I see it as very essential because a lot of us are confused today. I did a poll on this channel, and the majority of the poll said black. We are black people. Understand? The majority of polls said black. They didn't say African. So we have to establish that. We have to establish who we are as a people. And we have a lot of brilliant minds amongst us who are capable of making this distinction. I believe, in my perspective, that the distinction is necessary to move forward on one accord. But this is just my perspective. Now, I want to touch on the building of Black Wall Street. I came to understand that a group of family, about 19 families, bought land in Georgia to get away from all the mayhem that's happening in the cities, all the distrust of the police department and the harassment. Found some land, bought it with their own money, and had plans of establishing a safe zone, a healthy environment to which they could grow their children and create a self-sustaining town. Presently, I'm hearing that the people are catching major harassment from the surrounding WS. Now you ask yourself, who could find fault with that? Who could be threatened by that? An act that's supposed to be applauded, an act that's supposed to be revered, self-empowerment, supposed to be encouraged. Yet we have WS finding fault with that, which leads me to believe that whatever we accomplish or we try to accomplish, we have to be able to defend people. Because no matter if our intentions are clean, somebody will always find fault. And I don't know about you, but today I'm tired of explaining myself over and over and over. It takes a lot of energy and time. In my comment section, no matter how much you explain, you still have to keep explaining and explaining and explaining. So I said to myself, I will save that energy for the conscious. Because the unconscious, a lot of people choose to be unconscious. And by being unconscious, they become problematic. And if you follow down the path that they lead in you, you will self-destruct. because they're taking you into their realm where they are the masters. So I refuse to play that game. I refuse to play that game. We have to be on one accord. But we have to understand today that whatever we build, we must be able to protect. And we have to move in silence. Now, those people might have to incorporate and protect their interests. But most of all, we have to galvanize behind them. Black people on the whole, Africans on the whole, have to galvanize behind those families and support them. Whatever legal issues that they have, we have to lend support because those people are courageous and admirable in their endeavor, yet they're being criticized and ostracized and victimized for no apparent reason but for racism. But for racism. Peace, love, solidarity, respect, and discipline, people. One love.